In this video, we will learn how to import a Postman collection. So generally, I created a lot of APIs in my Postman client. So how we can import those all the collections directly in your Postman client, we will learn in this video. So you can see here in Fabric 2.1 API. So I have this number of APIs: register user, add car, create private car. So I will be covering the private data collection as well, but I have already created these APIs. You can just go, you can see just how many APIs are there, almost more than 20. So I will be sharing these collections with you, and probably you can just import this collection, no need to do lot of things. So I will enclose this link of this collection in the YouTube description, and I will let you know the procedure how we can import those. Just I will be sharing this public link, update link, copying link. So I will share this link with you in the YouTube description. You can have to just import that. So how we can import that? So at the top left corner, at the right side of the new button, import button is there. So just import, click on the import, and we have various options to import the Postman collection. Click on the link, because I will be sharing this link with you, and just click on the enter URL and paste the URL here. And when you click on the continue, so all the collection, all the APIs inside this collection will get imported in your Postman client, and exactly same Fabric 2.1 API would be there in your collection list here, and these all the API will be available inside this Fabric 2.0 API. And later on, just you will get all these things like body structure, creating the card, implicit, explicit, how we are doing it. All these things will be available there. You can just send this, make necessary changes and just send it. One thing I want to explicitly mention here, that whenever we get any token, let's register one user here. Whenever we get a token, so for the next request we have to add this token, bearer token. Let's assume we are adding a car, and here you can see there are different options. So make sure that whenever you are adding authorization token, you have different types here: no auth, API key, bearer token, basic auth. There are a lot of options here. We will be using bearer token, and you can just, in front of this token, you can just paste your token, or we have another one options. So in case if you are doing like this, it means for each protected API you have to add individually for each API like this. In authorizations, go to the bearer token, select bearer token type, and in front of the token, in input box, you have to paste that token. There is another one option. Generally I prefer, in authorizations we have one inherit auth from parent. So once we select this option, so we can click on this Fabric 2.1 API, and there are multiple options. So what exactly we are doing here, so we are providing that token throughout for this project. Means whatever the number of APIs are here, you can see for all this project we are adding token one time, and you can just reuse that token again and again. I will show you. So in authorizations, bearer token we have selected already, and here in front of the token we have created one variable token, and this variable we will be mentioning in the variables. So the variable name is token, and the initial value and the current value, it have two values. So just make sure that you are updating the current value and update the things. So this API, for this all the context of this collection, this token will get used. Let's see for the another API, create private car. For this as well, authorizations, just you have to select one time inherit from the parent, and this will get used automatically, which we have updated here in our variables. Thank you so much for watching this video. In case if you are facing any issue, just let me know in the comment section. I would be happy to help you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the more update.